They are getting quiet, aren't they?
Well, the mugs are getting
Their
more
mugs
full.
are quite... Yeah.
Because we used to start them after we'd drunk some tea.
Yeah. Hello! Welcome to MasterCast, episode
8. They're coming out with some consistency now.
I don't know what that was.
We'll nearly be in double figures.
Whoa!
That's actually quite mad, considering this started out as a... That's a serious thing.
It's been brought to my attention that the audio-only version of episode 6 is a mess.
Is it just on Castbox?
Yeah, because it's not the video. It's because I had to edit that around. It's a whole thing. I think I found a way of fixing that. I think I did that a couple of days ago. I didn't upload it because I don't know. I just didn't. But by the time this is up, that should be fixed. And if it isn't, then I'm just being lazy. But I should get it fixed.
Yeah, it should be fine. There's a lot to talk about this week.
Yeah, we got a lot. We've got a list of stuff. That's how much stuff there is. We've got a list and we've made a plan.
Ish.
Yeah, well, I've got a list of stuff. I'm not saying we'll necessarily do them in this order. See, like that top one. I don't think we should do. But
let's start with your one.
No, let's start with your one. This one here, the one that you very much want to talk about.
Which one? Because there's 2.
The one that you've been at me for like a whole day about.
John Wick 3.
Mm-hmm.
John Wick 3. John Wick 3. John Wick Chapter 3.
Yes.
Oh boy, John Wick was a good film.
I'm gonna open the biscuit barrel.
Okay.
It's a barrel of biscuits.
John Wick was a great film.
I think.
John Wick 2 was also a great film. You're gonna make a lot of rustling, you know.
Listen, right? You know, people choose to watch the. Just carry on talking about John Wick. Do you want a biscuit?
Yeah, can you get me one out? John Wick.
God, how lazy.
Great film.
Yeah.
John Wick 2. Great film. Originally, it was going to start out as John Wick wasn't going to be a series.
Yeah.
But then the love and critical acclaim for it was so good that they made the second one.
Mm-hmm.
And now they're making a third one. And I think the whole appeal of this film, or the reason why most people will watch it, if you've seen the trailer, is there is a scene where there is a katana motorcycle fight.
Oh, I thought that you meant the scene where it looks like he kills a man with a book.
No, I haven't seen that one. But there's
in the trailer.
There's a katana motorcycle fight scene, and John Wick pistol whips a man on a motorbike whilst riding a horse.
Yeah. So, give me a minute.
I am very excited about it.
So I watched the trailer because you were going mental, so I was like, right. Because I haven't seen either of the John Wick films.
They're so good.
It was alright, that trailer. I had forgotten, I think I'd seen a behind-the-scenes picture of John Wick on a horse. But I'd forgotten that John Wick was on a horse, so it shows up in the trailer, him on a horse, and I'm like, oh yeah!
He's on a horse! What? Keanu Reeves, man.
I think 3 is enough, though. I
don't think they can milk a 4th one.
Although, to be fair, like, I watched the trailer, and the first thing you hear in the trailer, apart from the little brief mini trailer at the start of the trailer, can we please stop doing that? It's really irritating.
What, having the mini trailer, then the title, and then
the trailer? Just have the trailer. But the first thing you hear in the trailer is Jonathan.
Did you like that?
It made me go all tingly. It didn't. Or maybe it did.
We'll never know.
Don't judge me.
No,
I'll know.
It's, so the first one, the whole plot was John Wick is a retired hitman who's pretty much the best in the business.
Yeah.
It's an underworld of assassins. It's kind of sort of an alternate universe, if you will, where assassins are a much more prevalent society. He was the best at what he did. Then he retired, and his wife died, and the last thing he had as a memory of her was a puppy that she got him, and he named it after his wife. And
the dog dies, doesn't it?
oh, the dog gets murdered and his car gets stolen. So he takes down half of the Russian mafia.
As you do.
As you do, because he was a retired hitman, and he just kills the kid who did it, who was Theon Greyjoy from Game of Thrones, and his dad, just because they murdered his dog and stole his car. He gets a new dog.
There's a new dog in this one, isn't there?
It's the same dog as he had by the end of the second one. Okay. And then there was some like kind of old deal that he made with the dude, and he basically made such a shitstorm in the second one that he became excommunicado, which basically meant every assassin in that world is going after him because there's a $40 million bounty on his head. But it's
so
John
what
Wick.
You're saying is
it's John Wick.
Batman Arkham Origins.
Yeah.
Right.
But a film.
But a film
and Keanu Reeves. So.
This, like, not having any investment in the series. I'm well aware that it's very good. Everyone says it's very good. I'm sure if I watched it, I'd think it was very good. But it's just like it's the bit in the trailer where they're like, they've sent like all their men and like the best weaponry, and then someone's like, yeah, that's pretty fair. All of them against him, and it's like he's the best in the world. It's like, all right. I always find that kind of a bit silly.
You can find it as silly as you want, but the way that John Wick is shown in the films to be better than everyone else, it is pretty much completely believable. He's a great hand-to-hand fighter. He's a good marksman.
Well, they basically made like their own style of fighting, didn't they? It's called Gun Fu.
No, I think that was more in the Matrix, Gun Fu. But I think
John Wick refined Gun Fu.
Yeah, because it was Keanu Reeves.
Because it's a mix of hand and
all you need to know is about John Wick. He always gets headshots.
Okay.
Unless he shoots someone somewhere else to get a better headshot. For example, he shot one guy in the knee just so his head would fall down so he can shoot it. And he two-tapped someone with a shotgun to make sure they were dead.
Right.
And it's also following that trope of, this is a more realistic one, so it's not just infinite bullets in a gun.
Mm.
There's a shotgun fight at the end of John Wick 2, and half of it is just him reloading. I'm not even kidding, like, the majority of the time is him going undercover, reloading, firing and killing someone, there's reloading. It's gritty, it's great, and I love it, and I'm so excited.
I can tell.
And talking about my second one.
Bosh, that one's off the list. Next one, Paul.
Instagram egg.
Yes, that is. I mean, I was going to go for Ghostbusters 3, but let's talk about that goddamn egg.
That goddamn egg is the best thing that has happened this year. Period.
We're not even a month in.
I know. It's going to be the best thing. Because what... If you don't know what it is, first off, what the fuck are you doing?
It's the most... Is it liked?
It is the most liked photo on Instagram.
Because it was...
It was Kylie Jenner.
I almost dropped tea. I almost spilled tea all over myself.
What used to be a photo of Kylie Jenner with her child, I think called Stormy, and it had 18 million likes.
Okay.
She's very good.
Mm-hmm.
But Kylie Jenner's got 124 million followers. Some people aren't pulling their weight.
How many likes does the egg have?
Around 40 million.
Jesus!
Yeah, it's actually...
Paul, can you not be so popular?
Sorry. It's actually ridiculous. Because it passed Kylie Jenner's record and then just kept on going. Because I kept on refreshing it because it was like on 17 million. I was like, come on. It did it. And then I went to bed. And then I got up in the next one, it was like 25 mil. And I was just, whoa, okay. I think I'll just go on Instagram now and I'll check how many it's on. Because, my God, Kylie got stomped. And I've never been so happy.
Mental.
This
is the world we live in.
It is on 48 million.
Jesus.
313,750. I am one of those people.
Good for you.
I'm so proud.
Well done, Paul.
Did you like it?
You contributed to the cause.
Did you like
It's
it?
just an egg.
Yeah,
It's not even a good egg. It's a bad egg.
It's a good egg.
It's a standard egg.
It's the best egg.
Okay.
Fine then.
Why did we bring this up? Why?
Because it is current and topical.
We're a topical show.
Yeah.
So in media, look at me going off on a tangent.
Oh,
Make plans, don't use them anyway. We're doing factual radio production.
Okay. Is that just like Radio 4?
Yes.
Okay.
It's just you joke, but it is just radio. Excuse me.
Sorry.
Did I say you could have any of those biscuits?
I didn't take any. I just looked. Okay, sorry. It's just Radio 4.
Can. Yeah, no, it's just Radio 4. We've got.
Good God.
I don't care about the listeners.
Some
of those are a bit broken.
I noticed.
We're making so much noise.
Okay, so this factual stuff. You're learning how to be Radio 4.
Yeah. And so we were looking at different types of factual radio, and one of them we were looking at was it was about Charlie Chaplin, and it was a discussion style, and my teacher actively advised me, well, I say me, us, from doing a discussion style, which is what this is. So I was like, shit, I can't just use the podcast as my actual course submission.
Can you not?
Nah, well, because it's got to be factual. So unless we planned it out and used archive audio and scripted stuff and whatever, and did like a special, which we could, but
we could go more in depth.
At the same time, I might as well just do my own thing.
Yeah, because us going too factual is just ridiculous.
No one came here for the facts.
No one came here for the facts. So what was it, the one you wanted to talk about, Johnny?
Let's go Ghostbusters 3 next.
Ghostbusters.
That was
it was a very short kind of clip.
Or I don't know if it's Ghostbusters 3. For now I'm sticking to referring to it as Ghostbusters 2020.
It's Ghostbusters 3. That's what it's titled as, isn't it?
I don't know.
I think it's the Ghostbusters 3 teaser, and from what I've heard from conversation with people who are also big into films, it's the originals, the original Ghostbusters. So that means they're ignoring the 2016 reboot. Because, that was awful. But what it was just, what was it, like, just less than 30 seconds, something like that?
About a minute.
Was it? I just remember the logo was taking up too much time. Yes. And it was just a stormy day, kept on zooming into a barn, went into the barn, something under some tarpaulin.
It's the Ghostbusters, it's the Ecto-1.
It's the Ecto-1. That's a teaser.
Yeah.
That is a teaser.
And
I'm gonna go watch it, provided it doesn't follow on from that bloody reboot.
This shocked me. So I first saw. I think I heard little rumours about maybe a new Ghostbusters, but I was like, no,
they wouldn't.
It's dead in the water. Ghostbusters. And then I see the trailer on fucking IGN of all places as the first YouTube channel I saw it on, and I was like, is this real? Because I have been fooled, but because IGN have done some to be fair, they've done some very good April Fool's Day movie trailers. They did one that got me was Fast to the Future, and it was a Fast and Furious Back to the Future crossover.
Oh no!
And it was just like 2 lines of fires and then the Out of Time license plate. It was a very easy to make trailer. They just made it and made it look like a teaser and released it on April Fool's. So I was like, is this Ghostbusters? Is this real? And it is.
It's real. I'm very interested to see what they'll do. I'm trying to think of what kind of plot they could use. The first one that they fought back has come back again, and they need to destroy it.
But thingy's Egon Spengler's dead, isn't he?
Yeah, And one of them's a social recluse who hasn't been seen for ages.
Mm.
So, whatever they're going to do, I think it'd be relatively entertaining to watch.
What else have we got here? We got the two main events really at the top there. Let's
Well, do you want to do
I reckon we should do this second one here.
the second
The
one?
main one. This will keep us going for a bit.
Spider-Man Far From Home.
Gotta stay topical.
My God, it looks great. It does look great.
Yeah.
That sounds a bit hesitant.
Well, like I said to my sister, I don't, and I mentioned this to you earlier. I don't particularly get that excited by trailers much anymore these days. I think they're good at, advertising and marketing a movie, but especially with something like this, I was always gonna go and see it anyway. So
Yeah. So the trailer had very little effect on you.
Mm.
But that aside, ooh, Mysterio.
Mm.
They've given him the fishbowl.
They've given him the fishbowl.
They have given him the fishbowl. If you're saying, oh no, they haven't, they have.
Yeah.
Look in the fight where he's fighting the water dude. Is that it?
It's either Hydron or Hydro Man.
Oh yeah, it's either the elementals or.
So basically, I thought it was the elementals, right? And people were saying, "Oh, it's Sandman and Hydro Man," and I was like, "No, it's not. It's the elementals." But when you've got a reference to Sandman's first appearance, Molten Man's first appearance, and Hydro Man's first appearance in the trailer on license plates and on the side of boats and stuff.
Yeah.
If you Google it, you'll be able to find.
Yeah. No.
Then I'm like, fucking hell! Are they just what?
What are they doing? But they noticed the intro to Mysterio is also like Mysterio's first introduction, where he poses as a hero.
Yeah, everyone's saying that it's just Syndrome from The Incredibles.
What?
Where he poses as he just fights his own creations.
I don't think he fights his own creations.
I hope that's not what happens because it's too obvious.
It is too obvious. And with this whole elementals or individual villains plan, it's either definitely going to be made clear that it is just the elementals or it's these separate dudes. Or what I think is they could just mash them together and it's Sandman controlling the Earth one and the other three going off and doing their own thing. And he's causing distraction for some other attack somewhere else. Something that could be interesting. But again, we'll have to see. Mysterio's got the fishbowl and his magic. Have I mentioned this to you? His magic. I think it looks a bit like Doctor Strange's.
Yeah, so does everyone.
It's different.
Mm.
But I think they're leaning on. Yeah, this is kind of like mirror dimension magic in a way.
I'll tell you what I really appreciated in this trailer. The bit at the end when it spins around the globe and then it turns into the spider logo in the word home in the logo.
That was good.
Yeah, I really like that.
No, aside from Jake Gyllenhaal's Mysterio and all the other stuff, my favourite part of the trailer was Flash's appreciation for Spider-Man. He's a good guy, he helps the community, and then Peter's all happy in the background, and then he just goes, "Oh, hey, dickwad."
I thought that was cringy editing.
I quite liked it. I each their own, but I did quite like it.
Yeah.
Also, his new suit. He's got a new suit. Either that or it's just some.
It's a pretty good suit. No, it's a new suit.
Because it's what
He's got two new suits.
Yeah, he's got a red and black one.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, and then the stealth one, which is almost definitely given to him by Nick Fury and
Of
Shield.
course
It's basically just Spider-Man Noir.
It's not Spider-Man Noir.
It's basically just the film version of the Spider-Man Noir suit.
Don't you dare dismiss this Spider-Man Noir. Spider-Man
Not
Noir.
just in Spider-Man Noir.
Spider-Man Noir is his own thing. He needs a trench coat and a fedora.
Alright.
Right, no, it's the stealth suit and it's just a different colour schemes here. And did they both look good?
It's not a different colour scheme.
Is it not?
No, it's more black on the arms than red.
Oh, okay. I didn't notice.
And it's
that.
got a white spider on the back.
Okay. It's still got the wing things.
Yeah,
though.
the web wings.
That's cool. But it does look like a very good film. I'll watch it. It's going to be enjoyable, undoubtedly. I reckon it's going to be on par with Homecoming. Maybe surpass it. What's the other item on the list?
I just realised how tired I am. Jeez.
No, this comes first. Sleep later. You've done this before.
I know. This is what happened in our end of year show.
Yes. Well, let's stop.
Wasn't that a mess?
Stop doing that. Okay.
So I need coffee instead of tea.
Okay. Right. What is your? It is your one now, isn't it? Let's do your one because you can talk on that. I've talked enough.
Yeah, you have talked enough. Shut up, Paul.
Sorry.
Well, do you want to do that, and do you want to do Star Wars news?
No. We'll do Star Wars after your.
Okay. All right. A Series of Unfortunate Events, Season 3, came out. The 1st of January, I watched it like early this week. So it feels like ages ago now. It feels like old news even for me. It was pretty good. I remember I read the book series back in year 6. And not gonna lie, found it pretty emotional when it ended. You know.
Is this season 3 the end?
Yeah.
Did you get the same kind of response?
Yes, and I wasn't expecting to.
Oh.
I don't know why, but I wasn't really expecting the show because it's very. It's whimsy in the ways that the books, like, it's not that the books weren't whimsical, but like in something that's in a visual medium, there's just more opportunities in that way. It's just easier to
express it.
Yeah.
Because the book is very much interpretation.
Like, the book is whimsical, but in a way that's kind of like things are just a bit different to our world and it's anachronistic and stuff. Whereas like the show is whimsical in like everything.
Okay.
It's not like irritatingly whimsical though. And it is. It's very comedic, you know. Olaf is never particularly. It's not that he's not threatening. It's that it's kind of a not slapsticky, but it's more of a humorous approach to the character, and he's kind of a bit of a fool, which he kind of is in the books, but you know,
more of a menacing fool.
Yeah, he's played it more for laughs a bit in the show than he was in the books.
But I don't think he's as much played for laughs as the film.
No.
But that's
the best bit in that film is when Jim Carrey pretends to be a dinosaur.
I do love that bit.
I don't know why he does that. It's been years since I've seen that film.
Neither do I. That's the only interaction I've had with Lemony Snicket's A Series of Unfortunate Events.
Is it?
Is that film?
That.
Just that film. I mean,
that's the worst of the three things.
I mean, I wouldn't know, but I've heard from people who've watched it and read them that the film is just wildly inaccurate.
Yeah, the film is
it misses out half the people.
It shoves the first 3 books into one, and it's kind of a Frankenstein's monster of ideas and stuff.
Yeah. Which is all right for a film, maybe.
Yeah, but then they were wanting to do the rest of the series, and the film just didn't make enough money, and it wasn't enough of a success to do that. So that never happened, and it's kind of for the better because this show is really good, and Neil Patrick Harris is really good, and the child actors, Louis Hines and Malina Wiseman, are great. Yeah.
Can they act?
they're pretty good, and they're definitely they feel more comfortable in it now.
Oh yeah,
In
that
the third
happens.
season, yeah. Interestingly, the baby Presley Smith, he plays baby Sonny Baudelaire. I thought her weakest her weakest season in terms of her performance was season 3, and that's where she's the oldest. When she was a baby, she managed to do the perfect expression for every single shot.
Well,
But obviously she's now like a 1.5, 2 years old now. By the time this comes around, because they kind of filmed season 2 and season 3 more or less back to back.
well, I think with the thing with that is, a baby is very easy to get a sort of predictable reaction out of, if you will.
Yeah, but you ain't seen the show. Some of the things they get that baby to do.
Dance, baby, dance.
No, not that. Don't be ridiculous.
But it's I've heard nothing but good things about it.
Yeah, it's really good. It's a satisfying ending. I'll say it's weird because it ends very much in the same way the books did, as you would expect. Some things are answered, and a lot of things aren't. And even in the last episode, questions are opened up, and they're never resolved. There's a whole thing about Count Olaf being, he at the end he's like about to die pretty much, and he's like, you only see the bad things. I've done good things, and he kind of, it's alluded to that he's got kind of a tragic past and stuff, which I think you get a little bit more of his background and stuff in the show than you do in the books, from what I can remember. It's been years since I've read them, but it's still, you feel like the show. You feel like the show wraps itself up a little bit more than the books. It doesn't leave as much unresolved, but the books never left anything unresolved in an unsatisfying way. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, they just wrapped up what
they wrapped up the important stuff, and then open up questions that don't really need answers, and the show does that too, and
It's a good ending.
Oh yeah. It's a good ending.
It's a definite recommend to people then.
Yeah, definitely recommend, and especially because, they went into this only like, they knew they were just gonna do the 3 seasons, the 13 and 13 books worth of episodes, and that was it. That was always the plan. So it was a case of, you come in, you do this for however long, then we're done, and that's it. And it's not a thing where they've picked up this license and gone, well, what can we do after that once it finishes?
Can we milk it?
Yeah, and they're not doing, and I think that's great.
I think that's what more kind of things should do. Is just be like, right, this is the game plan from beginning to end. That's what
you can't really, just the way the books are written and stuff. There's Olaf dies at the end.
Yeah, there's no back from him.
He dead.
He dead, fool.
And the kids go back to civilization, but they're I can't remember if this did happen in the book. It might have done, but it ends with the narrator, Lemony Snicket. His sister gave birth. So it ends on this island, where a toxic fungus is released, and it kills. It is deadly. It kills you within the hour. So all the inhabitants of the island leave, except the kids. Olaf, who's been shot with a harpoon in his stomach, and Kit Snicket, who's about to give birth. She dies because she's infected by the fungus. Olaf dies because he's infected. No, he dies because
the harpoon in his stomach.
Because of the harpoon in his stomach, yeah. And the kids survive, and then they have to look after her child, who she names Beatrice, which was the name of their mother as well. And then it ends with like a 11-year-old Beatrice back in the main city of where it's set, which is never given a name. And she's, she meets up with Lemony Snicket, her uncle, and starts to tell him about what happened. But the main three kids I never heard from again.
Oh.
But their mum is played by Vanessa from Deadpool.
Oh. Well, I like her.
And Kobe Smulders and Will Arnett play the parents of the Quagmire triplets in season 1. If they do this thing in season 1 where at the end of every episode, pretty much, there's a little thing with these two. They're credited as the mother and the father, and you're led to believe that they're the Baudelaire parents that have survived the fire, and they're not. They're the Quagmire parents. And then their house gets set on fire as well, and they also die.
Yeah.
But Richard E. Grant is in this season as the man with the beard but no hair. You can only recognise him from his voice.
Who's he been in other things?
You don't know who Richard E. Grant is?
Names of actors, just...
He's in Love Actually. He was the Great Intelligence in Doctor Who.
Yeah. Don't say Love Actually. Anything in Love Actually is just no.
Love Actually. I'm trying to think.
Should I just IMDb it?
Probably. You'd know Richard E. Grant. He was the villain in Paddington 2.
What?
I believe.
Richard E. Grant. Oh. No, I get you.
Yeah.
I get you.
Yeah, he's one of those
Oh, he's in Star Wars Episode 9.
Oh, he is. So's Matt Smith.
He's in Logan.
Speaking of Star Wars Episode 9, I saw a thing about Adam Driver. It said that he kind of knew where Kylo Ren's story was going from 7 to 9, so that's what he's had in his mind the entire time, that story for him. So maybe they did kind of plan this trilogy more than we thought they did.
Well, I hope so. I genuinely hope so.
Yeah.
Because I don't think if they haven't planned it, then it's just going to be, are you serious?
Yeah.
You've literally just done it episodically, which is not really the
That's
way.
a bit silly, isn't it?
Yeah. But I hope that, if anything, they fix bloody Kylo Ren. Because the way he's introduced is kind of like a whiny boy in the first one. Then he's got a lot more growth to be the, come on, accept the new order, this is how the Force is going to be.
Yeah.
If they keep on expanding on that, I have no qualms with Kylo Ren's character.
Yeah.
Also Ben Swallow. He's so wide. And I also don't like what they did with General Hux. Because if you remember his basically Nazi speech.
Yeah, he's just a space Nazi.
He's a space Nazi, but that is quite a powerful scene in The Force Awakens.
Yeah.
And then they just basically
make him a joke.
Wrecked his character.
Yeah, but does anyone really care about General Hux? Really?
I mean, if you look into his backstory, he is just literally a whiny bitch.
Exactly. So
it's a. I think the main issue with it is sort of the inconsistency.
Yeah.
But whatever. Episode 9, we hope it's good.
Yeah.
And this is a great tangent onto the last two things.
Well, the last two things on our list, and then maybe we'll think of.
We'll probably talk about episode 9 because
which of the two do you want to do first?
I want to do the fan film first.
The fan film. Okay. So, if you don't know, a YouTube channel called Star Wars Theory
is great.
Released a fan film a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, Shards of the Past, I think it's called.
Yeah, it's a series. It's called Vader, and episode 1 is called Shards of the Past.
Star Wars Theories was one of those channels that go in depth on the Star Wars comics and extended lore or whatever. He's really good at it. He's really passionate, and he just thought, "Hang on, I'll get up with these loads of guys who are like clone cosplayers."
The 501st, I think they're called.
Oh, did he get with the 501st?
I don't know. I just saw a video that he was like them. You know, that he suspected that he'd got with done it with the 501st, but because they're saying that he had.
The 501st are, if you don't know, which I don't expect you to, are the really avid cosplayers of the clones.
They're massive nerds!
They are massive nerds, but they're great. They do a lot for charity.
Yeah.
With their little things. And it's really cool. And he allegedly got with them apparently, and made this fan film, and it's really quite good. I mean,
it's very obviously a fan film. I think the best fan films are the ones that you can't tell that they're a fan film. And even like, just looking past the fact that like, obviously that's not Ian McDiarmid, and it's not James Earl Jones doing the voice, and it's not
actual
Natalie Portman. But like, even just getting past that, it was a bit fan filmy, and
it was very fan filmy,
and it was like 10 minutes of a dream.
Yeah,
some of it.
Anyway,
but it was good for what it was. It was very good.
Yeah, it picked up. I think it's about 7 million views in total so far. Maybe
I don't know.
Whatever it is, he's done incredibly well off it. I think, and he never intended.
He never. Well, this is the thing, because he reached out to Lucasfilm, I think, and he was like, "Hey, can I make this fan film? Can I make this fan film? You know." And stuff, and they were like, "Yeah, as long as you don't profit from it, you don't make any money from it." There might have been other things, but basically they gave him rules and things he couldn't do, and he obliged. He was like, "Okay," and then
and he did it.
His video got striked or something.
Claimed.
That was it. He got claimed. Yeah, he got copyright claimed by. It wasn't even Lucasfilm.
It was Disney and Warner Chappell.
Or Warner Chapel, whatever. Warner Chapel, the who are a music company, because the original score that was written for the fan film sounded a bit too much like the Imperial March, so they claimed the video and started profiting off it.
Yes, and it does seem rather scummy, if you will.
Yeah,
but it's. Copyright is a very complicated business.
Are you not up to date on this?
Oh no, I am up to date.
Good,
with it,
yeah.
Because he asked them, or he
got
in touch with them.
He put a video out. He probably got in touch with them privately as well, but he put a video out, and
they did respond to him
and just explained it. They responded, and it kind of sucks in terms of us saying it was a topical thing, because the claims have been removed and it's all fine now.
Because
things blown over.
Because Lucasfilm stepped in
and said,
"Hang on, stop that. Take
that
claim off.
Wrong.
Claim off
and
now.
It's gone.
The claim is gone.
Yep.
So it's back to the fan film, which is great news.
Yeah.
Because he's clearly put loads of effort.
Yeah, and it's like
he went bold for it.
Yeah, and he doesn't even care. He was like, if you want to make money off it, fine. If Lucasfilm want to make money off it, which they kind of deserve because it's based on, fine. He didn't care. It wasn't about making money. It was just about making something that he wanted to make for himself and for the fans and stuff. So,
which he did, and he did very well.
Yeah, and he was always going to put episode 2 out anyway. He was always, he was planning to carry on. But the fans voiced how much they were not happy with it, and they were listened to, and the claim's gone.
I think that's good that Lucasfilm were the ones that stepped in.
Yeah.
Rather than as opposed to Disney and Warner Chappell.
Who cares? Never even heard of him, Warner Chappell, anyway.
But it's the relationship. The relationship between Lucasfilm, Disney, and that company.
Yeah.
Is really rather complicated, because Disney did a deal with, I think, the Warner company, Time Warner, whatever, and they got access to their assets, I believe, and which the Warner Chappell is that thing.
Yeah.
The music ones.
What? Let's just call it Warner Music from now on.
Warner Music. They got access to Warner Music and all their assets, which probably means they're claim people, lawyers, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, Disney bought Lucasfilm.
Yes.
So, in a way, they kind of can do that.
It's a packet of biscuits, alright?
However, it was cleared by Lucasfilm.
What, these claim?
Before he made it.
Oh, yeah.
The terms and stuff was cleared by Lucasfilm. It's more of a direct tie with. It's just like Disney owns Lucasfilm, but if Lucasfilm clears it, Disney can't just go, hang on, you can't do that. Whoa, this is our IP.
Yeah.
You just happen to own us.
Yeah.
So, it's good that it's now been removed.
Yeah.
It's really good news. It's because it wasn't on for that long, was it? Day or two? Something like that? Anyway, it was there. It was a
So hopefully they've not made much money from it, but...
No, they didn't catch it while it was blowing up massively.
Because I think news got out that they claimed it pretty quickly, and people weren't happy, so they weren't gonna. I don't think people would have watched it whilst it was claimed, and they're profiting off it.
No, they don't think they would have.
So,
which is actually quite good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The final thing on our list then of things to talk about. EA have cancelled an open world Star Wars game.
Oh, we love you, EA. What are you doing? You're killing us.
I don't have anything to say about this.
I mean, what's that? The second Star Wars game they cancelled? That fans were looking forward to?
What was the first one?
1313.
Was that the Bounty Hunter one?
Sort of. It was the one where you were in the underworlds of Coruscant, doing all that kind of cool stuff. Basically,
I vaguely remember that. Yeah.
Basically, EA just give us a good Star Wars game,
or hand the IP over to someone who doesn't just want it because it's Star Wars and that will make money.
It's just why? Why can they? Right, it's because they're pushing them and Activision, which are another game company that's in the shit with everyone. They're pushing for games as a service. Do you know what that is?
What is that, Paul? Explain.
Games as a service is just a real massive focus on content over time. So subscriptions and little DLC. Eventually adding up to a giant game. But people have cottoned on and just go, hang on, half of this is cut content.
That in of itself is not necessarily a bad idea if you don't make people pay for all the stuff that comes after the base release, and the base release is a fair price for how much content there is in it.
Yeah.
I've got no problem with adding to stuff afterwards, but it's about the way you go about it, isn't it? You know, if you're gonna charge loads of money for it, then like, why would people? Why no?
If you're gonna charge £60 for the base game, make sure the base game has got more than enough content.
Yeah.
So like, basically, don't do what a Destiny did twice.
Yay! Destiny.
We love Destiny, but the thing is with it though. You pay this kind of money. It's like 50-60 quid for a AAA title. So you expect a lot of content and for it to last a good couple of months.
Maybe. At least, yeah.
Maybe like 4 months. You can go like 4 months before it begins to just go, I've done a lot of what there is to do.
Yeah.
And then when that 4 months hits, it's just like maybe 5-6 months. You just go, they're adding more. Ooh, that's interesting. And that could either be, I don't know, free DLC.
It should be free DLC.
It should be free DLC. Like for the first couple maybe, and maybe not make them giant, massive expansions, But if it's something that takes a very long time to develop and make, like say a new map or a complete new expansion, that is it is that game, but it's different enough to warrant the development time, then that's when you can start charging for it. I think that's more acceptable. But don't make it 60 quid like Destiny did.
Yeah, fucking idiot.
Basically, don't do a Destiny.
Don't buy into it like this prick did.
Twice.
Twice?
Twice.
You're such an idiot.
I am such an idiot. But I love Destiny.
I hate you.
I know.
You're the problem.
I will admit, I am the problem in that regard, and I have stopped buying the premium edition of games on launch.
So The Punisher comes out today. Season 2.
Does it?
Comes out on Netflix today. I wanted to have been like halfway through Daredevil Season 3 at this point in the week to then be able to get that and Punisher Season 2 watched for next week's podcast. That ain't happening, folks. It's just not. And I won't watch Punisher Season 2 before I watch Daredevil Season 3 because I'm just petty like that. So that ain't coming next week. But maybe I will... Titans is on Netflix in the UK now, so maybe I'll give that a look. Finished Iron Fist Season 2 actually within this week. Feels ages ago. Feels so long ago since we last recorded. It was only like a week and a day, I think.
Yeah.
When we recorded. It feels so long ago, doesn't it?
It does,
Mental.
actually.
Yeah, I finished Iron Fist Season 2. That was alright.
Can we also talk about something really, really bad that's happened recently?
Yes, Paul, what?
Prince Philip got in a crash.
Oh.
He was speeding. I think he was speeding.
He was speeding?
He's 97.
Is he alright?
I think so. I'm not quite sure. I'm really not quite sure. It's a bit odd. I'm just Philip crashed, man. Philip crashed. Philip crashed.
I'm literally just having all anxiety to myself. What am I doing?
You're just waiting for just this to end.
I want it to be a reasonable time for people. It's not.
It's not a reasonable time for people yet.
It's cursing up. How's your week been, Paul?
It's all right.
But, great. Oh, what?
There's apparently controversy over Assassin's Creed DLC.
Oh, yay.
Let's look at Wired.
Have you seen the Captain Marvel posters?
Posters?
Yeah, they released some character posters for Captain Marvel and the fucking cat's got one.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no. Right, do you want to know something? The Grand Tour...
Yes.
The Grand Tour, which is the
Amazon Top Gear.
Amazon Top Gear.
Yeah.
Which is odd. I think I watched the first 2 episodes.
I remember it was a massive thing when it came out and no one cares anymore.
No, because it's Amazon exclusive.
Yeah.
Which, I mean... It was a fairly smart decision from Amazon. Because it's just like, hang on.
But I don't know, it'll pay off in the long run. Maybe.
All three of the Top Gear presenters said, well, we're either doing it together or we're not doing it.
Yeah.
And then it was like, we're not having Jeremy back. So, fine, the rest of us will go. So now Top Gear has kind of gone crap. And I think they've got some new presenters now.
Yeah, well, they got rid of Chris Evans.
Thank God. He was just...
So I think it's just like Matt LeBlanc and the 2 other blokes that no one knows, Rory Reid and the other guy.
The other Chris. I like them. I like other Chris.
So much that you can't remember his name.
Because, no, it's just Chris. That one's Chris and the other one's Chris Evans.
Yes.
I think it's Chris Harris. Is it Harris? Whatever. It's him, that one. I like him. I like Matt LeBlanc and I like Rory Reid. And this is literally them 3. That's all you need, really.
Yeah.
And the Grand Tour, it kind of picked up a bit of steam, and then it kind of died down. They've now got a game. It's a Gran Tour game.
What do you mean game?
A video game.
What?
They have a video game, the Gran Tour video game.
I'm sorry?
A video game.
Is it a mobile game?
I'm not sure if it's a...
I bet it's fucking mobile.
Right.
Jesus.
This is from Eurogamer. The Gran Tour game is a bad game, but an interesting vision for interactive TV.
Oh, fucking hell.
Let's see. It's a £12 download.
No.
From the PlayStation and Xbox store.
No, thank you.
And it's just... You play bits of different episodes of the Gran Tour.
Wow!
That
sounds fun.
It's awful. It's awful. Apparently, it's awful. We don't want any more of it. It's just bad. There's a new Power Rangers fighting game announced.
Wow.
Because why would you not want that?
That sounds really fun.
I'd love that.
No.
Oh, okay.
Just no.
Mortal Kombat 11's first bloody gameplay trailer revealed.
Good for you.
It's great.
I'm sure it is.
It's really good. It's really good. What do you think about Anthem?
I think it's a Destiny rip-off, and I don't want it to succeed.
No. Okay. I wouldn't have minded Anthem.
Really?
Possibly.
Okay.
Because you know what it is.
What is it?
It's Destiny. I'm still not gonna get over Destiny.
Right. The new Ghostbusters will reportedly be teens in the sequel.
What?
Yay!
Teens?
Everyone wants teenage Ghostbusters.
Teens? What do you mean teens?
As in teenagers. Yay!
No.
Everyone wants that.
I don't want it.
No, I think you do.
Right, why? Explain why the Ecto 1 is under some tarpaulin that's all dusty if they're teenagers.
Because of the new Ghostbusters.
Riddle me that,
You
Johnny.
can't have like 70-year-old Ghostbusters.
Riddle me that. Riddle it.
Shut up.
You need to get some sleep.
This is why you don't release a trailer on Monday for a podcast that we only record on Friday. Marble. Sony Pictures. Because by the time it comes round to recording it, we have nothing to say.
We want to talk about it. He hasn't got the energy.
I haven't. Nah, it's just like... What is in there to talk about?
What?
Other than like the obvious, like Mysterio looks alright. The visuals look alright. Tom Holland looks good, I suppose. Nick Fury's in it because he is. If Nick Fury's in Endgame though, that will make him the only other character aside from Falcon who has appeared in 3 consecutive MCU films in terms of release. As far as I'm aware.
Oh, in terms of release as opposed to continuity.
Yeah.
So what? Falcons were
Age of Ultron, Ant-Man, Civil War.
Age of Ultron?
Yeah, he shows up he doesn't show up in like the battles or stuff, but he's there at the party for a bit, and then he shows up as part of the New Avengers at the very end. So he's in it.
He's in Age of Ultron?
Yeah, he's in Age of Ultron.
Not as the Falcon, is he?
Yeah.
Does he fight in any of them?
No. Not in Age of Ultron, he doesn't fight anyone.
Oh. Oh, that's a bit annoying.
And then he's in Ant-Man and then Civil War. And I think he's the only character I can think of. Who's him?
Was he not in Winter
Is
Soldier?
it on the, yeah,
Winter Soldier
yeah,
first.
Winter Soldier, and then it was Guardians of the Galaxy, which he's not in terms of release.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Idiot boy, keep
So
up.
what's the other one then?
Nick Fury.
Nick Fury.
Nick Fury and Falcon are the only two. If Nick Fury is in Avengers Endgame.
Hasn't? Oh, is it because Guardians of the Galaxy threw it a bit out of sync for Nick Fury?
What?
Because he's been in pretty much every other one, hasn't he?
He's been in Iron Man, you could say, because he's in the end credits scene.
Yeah.
Iron Man 2. He shows up very briefly at the end of Captain America the First Avenger. He's in the Avengers.
He's in all of the Avengers.
He's in Winter Soldier. He's in Age of Ultron. That's it, though. That's the last time we've seen him, Age of Ultron. And then the end credits of the mid-credit scene of Infinity War.
Well, no one's taking the record away from Stanley anytime soon. Because he's consecutive.
Correct.
He's consecutively in all of them.
Alright. But that doesn't count.
It does count.
No, not really.
It does count.
Nah.
Yeah, it does. Oh, you're on about kind of like a mainline cast man.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Oh yeah, but this one was had Kevin Feige as an executive producer. Like, no shit.
Well, if we're going to count Falcon as in the way he appeared in Ant-Man, which is kind of like a side thing,
Yeah.
then we can count Nick Fury and the other ones as well.
Alright.
Let's count the extras as well that they hire for the same.
No, let's not do that.
Let's do that.
I saw the same extra in 4 of them.
He's great.
I've got to upload this tonight. I don't have the energy.
Do you want to sleep and then upload it tomorrow?
I just do want. Nah, I gotta get it done today, mate. I gotta get it done.
You gotta get it done.
I got that commitment to the still kind of shite upload schedule because there's no like specific time it comes out. It just does come out on a Friday evening. But it is what it is. So there we go.
You literally look like you're gonna fall asleep.
Yeah, nah. I kind of want to get to an hour. What we at? 50.
Seven.
I just want to go. I just feel like if it was less than an hour, it just I don't know. It feels weird. We'll keep going for a bit, but
do you want to know something that
you can leave now if you want. There won't be anything important.
Do you want to know something that I saw on YouTube when I was scrolling through some videos to watch? Suggested.
What?
It's something that both was really really annoying, but also quite satisfying. It was a review of a game, an in-depth one. Do you want to know how long it lasted? 1 hour and 1 second.
Oh my god.
1 hour and 1 second. It was just like 1:0:0:0:0. I was just like,
No, that's 1 then. No, it's 1 hour.
1 hour. 1 hour.
Oh
and
wait,
1
no, it's
second.
1 hour and 2.
What do you mean?
No.
One?
No, it is 1 hour. It always on YouTube. It always puts it as 1 second more than it actually is. I think.
What? How dare they? Oh, you're kidding. So that guy put the effort in to make it exactly an hour long and YouTube just cooked him.
Not the actual video. Just when it shows up on like your recommended and stuff. When it shows a little time code. But like the actual video will be an hour.
Oh, okay.
I think.
I'll watch that when we get home then. I'll only watch it.
Good for you.
I'll only watch it if it's a satisfying number. That's why I haven't watched any of these.
Thanks, Paul.
I don't watch them, I just listen to people's
If
feedback.
you are still listening, which maybe you are, maybe you aren't, but if you are listening to the audio only version, then you probably still might be.
Yeah.
Looking at you, Thorns.
Hi.
Oh, hello there.
Hello, Thornley.
If you haven't already, can you just go and give the YouTube video a quick watch? Just like a minute, not even that. But that just gives us a better gauge of how many people are watching.
Yeah.
In terms of the numbers.
Because every time we go on the analytics thing, it kind of breaks.
Yeah.
Which isn't fun.
Also, follow us on Twitter.
At the _Master_Cast.
I have taught him well.
That's the second time I've got it right.
You can also go back and watch last week's if you feel like it. It's not just about Fantastic Beasts, alright? We talk about other stuff in that, other than just Fantastic. That's only like the second half. So, I think because I was speaking to a mate and he hadn't bothered watching that one because it wasn't a topic that he was particularly interested in. And that's fine, it's not everyone's cup of tea, but
I mean, the titles of it usually hint to the, I dare say, main section.
yeah, I don't know what I'm going to call this one.
No idea.
Depends. I'll probably use the series of unfortunate events image that I found last week because I don't know if I'll be able to find a good Far From Home image, but I might name it Far From Home.
I mean, this one has just been a series of events.
Oh! Oh!
A series of unfortunate.
Unfortunate doesn't fit in the space, but I'll see what I can do. I'll probably call it.
It's
something.
I think this has been like a fairly busy week for the kind of things that we.
Yeah, and then we've talked about them for like a minute each.
Yeah, we probably should have gone on. But there wasn't too much to go into detail because most of them are like teaser trailers.
Most of them are teaser trailers and just like self-explanatory.
And announcements and everything.
And it's like we can't have much of a discussion about this stuff because like I can't really have much of a discussion with you about like series of unfortunate events because you haven't seen it. So it's like
I can't have a discussion with you about John Wick because you haven't seen it.
Exactly. So I'll rewatch Solo the other day.
How was that?
Uneventful. It was like it just is a bit of a missed opportunity of a film, isn't it?
It's
just
that is like a thing we've brought up on several of these.
Yeah,
it's just
I don't just gonna be constantly ribbing on Solo. It's like
We'll write
I don't think I enjoyed it as much as the first time I saw it, but it's fine. It's fine.
It's a film.
Just do the rest on Disney Plus, even though you've already said you won't. But that's not the point.
Have you heard any news about The Mandalorian?
No. Have you?
No. It's kind of died down a bit.
Oh yeah,
I'm worried.
still. Have you heard about apparently the cost to make Shazam's suit for Shazam
is $1 million.
$1 million. Yeah, although I saw a thing today where it was like, that's not just like it cost $1 million to make that suit. It's like you've got to do lots of different designs. There's different like materials and different versions of the lightning bolt and different ways to light up the lightning bolt and different colours and stuff, and it had to be screen tested and then changed. And like we originally had these types of boots and we changed them because they were falling apart or whatever, and the original gauntlets were restricting Zachary Levi's hand movements or whatever too much, and then once you finally got a design, you've got to make multiples of that. So it's not just that suit cost $1 million, it's the entire process of designing, creating and finalising that suit and then replicating it multiple times. That cost $1 million.
Is that why they get Jason Momoa to be topless most of the time?
Yeah, that's it. Because the tattoos cost $5.
Yeah, it's a really quick tattoo session.
Yeah.
Just literally stickers.
They just peel them.
Yeah, pretty much.
Peel them on.
They're not actual proper.
I know they're not actual proper tattoos.
I think the one on his left forearm is real.
Yeah.
Because that's his like family crest or whatever. Not his family crest. His like family sigil.
Yeah.
But that's his thing.
Yeah.
And they just decided, yeah, let's put more of that on Aquaman.
Yeah.
Because it looks cool. But $1 million for that entire process.
Yeah. Seriously, but then like, you think about the budgets that films have and like
it's never
like people assume that film companies, they don't think about the fact that like they will hire out cameras and recording equipment and stuff. They won't have that because it's not cost effective to buy it and just leave it lying around when you're not using it. It's easier to just like rent it out, loan it out from companies like Arri, who that's what they specialise in. You rent out, you loan out the cameras, you use them, you film them for your stuff. Then when you're done, you give them back because it's more cost effective. But the part of the budget goes into doing that, and if you're getting multiple cameras,
it's like the what is it? It's the camera that was used in Avatar that super powerful 3D, gorgeous quality camera has been used in something like the Kick-Ass film.
Yeah.
Because it's the best 3D camera.
Yeah.
And all the other ones are just crappy post-production. But that one's used in two massively different films because that's how it works. And I find it quite odd that they never really disclose exactly what the production budget has been spent on.
Yeah, never exactly, but there's always rough guy,
Yeah, I mean, you can I think the most prevalent thing that you know about films is how much the actors have been paid.
Yeah.
So what was it? Gal Gadot got paid...
Probably less than all the blokes.
Probably less than wage gap. But she signed that contract and she was like, I want this money
Also,
for this many films.
did you say Gal Gadot?
Gal Gadot. Is it Gal Gadot?
It's Gal Gadot.
Gal Gadot. When I say that...
Do you know, the debate was whether it was Gal Gadot or Gal Gadot. No one says Gal Gadot, you fucking idiot.
No, sorry.
Yeah!
I just watched a video where it was someone...
Right, you watched a video.
No,
where Gadot, didn't they?
Where someone said Gal Gadot, and the subtitles put it as... The subtitles that the person making the video put into the video was just like GALGA space dot. Because he said it in such a way where like Galgat dot. But it was weird, so I got
Gal Gadot.
Gal Gadot. She's cool, like her.
Yeah.
The riff's overplayed.
She is a badass good gal.
The riff is
But
when's that film coming out?
What, Wonder Woman 84?
That's the one.
This year, I think, maybe, I don't know.
When?
I don't care.
Why not?
I don't, because I can't be asked with DC anymore. I did quite like Wonder Woman, but
Can you not be asked with the theme?
I just can't be asked with bringing Chris Pine back from the dead.
What?
Have you seen the first Wonder Woman? Have you seen Wonder Woman?
Yeah, Chris Pine dies.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's in Wonder Woman 84.
What's that?
Flashbacks? Who knows? Yeah, and also fucking...
No, he's a Soviet agent.
So fucking Kristen Wiig is Cheetah. Of all the people you cast as Cheetah, you go with fucking Kristen Wiig. Kristen Wiig!
Hang on a minute.
Kristen Wiig!
I shall have a look at who Kristen Wiig is before you...
She is the...
No, don't say it!
She's in the 2016 Ghostbusters.
Oh, no. Oh,
She's the sciencey one.
Oh,
she's like the goody two-shoes one, I think. Unless she's...
Oh, she's been in a couple...
No, Kristen Wiig is the weird one in Ghostbusters.
She's been in a couple good ones.
Let's have a look.
She's been in The Martian.
Oh, right. Despicable Me. Oh, yeah.
How to Train Your Dragon? What did she do?
Yeah, she's the love interest in Despicable Me. And I'm pretty sure she's the weirdo in...
Oh, she's Ruffnut in How to Train Your Dragon. That's
fine.
cool.
What she was in Ghostbusters.
Kristen Wiig. The way her name's spelled, it should just be like Kristen Wiig. Erin Gilbert.
Oh yeah, no, Kate McKinnon was the weirdo one. Yeah, she was the science one.
She was the science.
The point is, she should. It's a weird choice for Cheetah.
It's gonna be peculiar. She's been in Anchorman 2. And Sausage Party.
Nice.
And Zoolander 2.
Well, there you go.
And How to Train Your Dragon 2.
Yes. A lot of twos.
A lot of twos.
Anyway.
And also ones that just never got a sequel. Or she's in How to Train Your Dragon 3.
Oh my god!
And Dragon's Gift to the Night Fury.
Wow.
Oh, such quality content.
Pretty good. Are you going to go see How to Train Your Dragon 3?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Alright, sorry. Sorry.
Are you not going to see it?
No, I haven't seen the first two. Yeah, fight me.
I will.
Please don't hurt me.
I will.
Okay, I'm done now.
Have you not seen them?
Because I'm on Uncultured Swine.
They're good films.
I'm sure
the
they
first
are.
one's a good film.
I don't have infinite time.
Okay, but you should watch it at some point.
Alright, Paul. Let's not get being
Watch it.
pedantic.
Watch it.
Shut up.
Rewatch How to Train Your Dragon.
Very good. Rewatch it. I like that. Oh, that's hot.
Oh,
That's hot.
Just shut that rewind.
I hate you so much. Okay.
We managed to somehow.
We managed to make it over an hour, and then went on for another 10 minutes.
We are not good at this.
Yeah. Are you happy? This is what happens when we have more of a structure.
This is what happens when Jonny gets tired.
What happens when we make plans and think about what we're going to say, it ends up a mess like this.
Yeah, we just do better when no plans, man.
So it's not happening again.
Sorry.
And you've only got yourself to blame.
Thornley.
You know, Pavel, you know who you are.
Because Thornley's going to be the only one listening this far.
Yeah.
Hi, Adam.
Hi.
People want you to feature in this.
Please, no, except us, we don't want that. Alright, we're done, let's go.
I'm not
sure,
lovely
go
now.
fuck yourself. Bye!